Hi folks, Tim here, and welcome back to Elmendorf Acres. Well, we've got a different type of video for you today. We were approached by a company and they asked us to do a review on their product, and they agreed to ship it to us for free as long as we did a review on it. So we're going to do a review on this little handheld miniature chainsaw, and we're doing some pruning today, so I thought it would be a good time to break this open and see just how well it works. Now, as a disclaimer, they did ship it to us for free, so I guess that might be considered a paid promotion. However, I am going to give this an honest review. We are in no way actually paid by them. They just shipped this to us for free to do a review on it, and I agreed to do that. So we are going to give this little miniature chainsaw an honest review. I contacted Dewalt Milwaukee and another company that makes these miniature chainsaws to see if they'd be willing to ship us one to do a side-by-side review with this one, and they all got back to us and said no, we have enough of those type of reviews. But that's what we're going to do today on this video, is we are going to do a review on the Saker miniature chainsaw. So we're going to unbox it all the way to use it. So it got shipped to my front door the other day. I haven't even opened the box yet. So you're going to be able to see the package that it came in and everything. All right, folks. So this is the box that it came in. I was rather excited when I saw this on the outside. I had no idea what it was I had ordered, and I forgot that we had agreed to do this review. So I'm going to open the box here, and we're going to see how it was packaged right from the very beginning. All right, so that's the way they shipped it. No extra bubbles or packing or anything like that, but it seems to be packaged quite nicely. This is the little receipt. It says it's a Saker mini chainsaw, portable electric chainsaw, cordless, handheld chainsaw, pruning shears chainsaw for tree branches. That's exactly what this little thing says, along with our address and order number on it. So it came in the big box. We got this little one here. It's wrapped in plastic, so we'll go ahead and open that. I believe you call it Saker. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but all right. It says it's a mini electric chainsaw. So we're going to see exactly how it works. It says it's equipped with a 20-volt rechargeable lithium battery. I'll put this here so you can see the outside. Hopefully that comes through a little bit. There we go. So that's what that looks like. And we're on a job, so this may not be charged. I'm not really sure. That's how it comes in this box. There is some bubble wrap and some foam here to keep it all nice and tight. So as far as the packaging itself, seems to be packaged quite nicely. We have a power supply. I'm gonna just put this stuff back in this box here because my truck is dirty. We've been doing firewood today. Looks like a tool to make adjustments, a little tiny bit of oil, a screwdriver, and we have the miniature chainsaw itself. So this cuts through. Obviously the battery is not in, but when you cut through the branch, that lifts up so you can cut all the way through. All right, it has a battery, a 20-volt battery, very similar to the DeWalt style of batteries. I'm sure it's not the same, but similar to that. And it has the instruction manual, which I probably won't read because I just don't read that stuff. All right, so right out of the box, that clicks in. Not a great fit. I don't know if you can see that, but you really got to wiggle it a little bit to get it to click in. So that part is, to me, very cheaply built. Do that again. See how you have to kind of tweak the battery to get that in there. My DeWalt stuff clicks right in. This, you got to tweak it a little bit. So it has a safety on the side. Push that, pull that. And there it is. That's how it runs. Seems to kick right off. Little warning, don't put your hand there or you can cut your finger off. I don't know if you can see that. But again, I am not at all impressed with the way the battery hooks in here. It's very Dewalt style, but it doesn't have nearly the finesse that Dewalt has. You really got to tweak it in there. So that's my review on this part, the unboxing part. And now we're going to actually try to use it. It says, hold the saw with both hands while working. One-handed use is extremely hazardous. Wear a helmet, goggles, and ear protection. So, you know, basically, don't cut your hands off. So the little hex tool that comes with it is for the chain. It goes here. Now, you shouldn't be doing any of this stuff while a battery is in it because you can cut your fingers off. And it's got the little screwdriver for other adjustments. And they want you to, and I'll do this for YouTube, that way they're happy with me. I'll take the battery out. That way, you know, I don't accidentally cut my whole hand off or anything. Comes with a little dropper for oil. Simple bar oil type of thing, only this is a lot more liquidy. So you might want to use, I mean, a vegetable oil would probably work. We'll drip that in there a little bit. We'll see how it works. And we'll get rid of that little plastic thing that was on the oil. All right. Well, let's give it a go. They wanted an honest review. Well, they wanted a review. They probably didn't want an honest review. But I want an honest review. So I'm going to cut some of the hardest things that we have to cut, which is dead hemlock. And we got some right here. These couple are dead. Let's see how it does. It says use 2 hands. Well, I don't use 2 hands. Not bad, actually. It jumps around a little bit, so I can see why they would want you to use 2 hands. And why they want you to use eye protection and whatnot. Ear protection, I think, is a little bit crazy. Let's cut these couple here. We were going to be here anyway, and I was going to do this with loppers. So this is a little nicer to not do with loppers, I guess. Realistically, not too bad. So one of the things that I actually notice with this chain, I'll take the battery off so I don't cut my fingers off, is most of your anti-kickback chain has a second piece in between these teeth to keep it from kicking back so much. This only has your anti-kickback on the rakers here. Usually there's something else there so it doesn't kick back quite as much, which makes it a little bit more aggressive. So that part is nice when you're using it. It does actually cut. Let's find a couple bigger things to cut, shall we? All right, we're gonna cut this little sapling down. We'll see how this works. This has been growing in here for a couple years. So we'll cut this right down and see how it works. I would say it's probably somewhere in the area of 2 inches. So that does work. I think with this style chain, it works a little better than some of the other ones because it cuts faster. So they want you to use 2 hands. I don't know how to use 2 hands on something this size. And if you can, when you're doing it, put the stuff you're cutting right there rather than up here, it won't jump as much. I'll show you. So if we're here, see how it jumps? But if you start right here, it goes pretty smooth. It's actually a fairly nice tool. I don't think it's something I would buy, personally. I would look at the Milwaukee or the Dewalt because those are the batteries that I already have. Like I said, I'm very, very underimpressed with the way the battery hooks in. The actual ease of operation, it works nice. And for the price point compared to Milwaukee or Dewalt, this is a much nicer price point. But I'm kind of a Milwaukee Dewalt guy myself. Again, I don't like the battery. That should click in, and it doesn't. You have to tweak it like that. But overall, the Saker Mini, it does work. It works as advertised, and it works out of the box without charging it. So pretty simple. So the power supply plugs right into the top of the battery there. All right, so here we go. We've got our little saw, and we've got a Lilac. Let's see how it does. There you go. Not too bad, I would say. You can see how I like to hold the things in my left hand that I'm cutting and the saw on the right. So that's what I was saying about the motor. It'd be really nice if it was on the other side. That being said, it certainly works. This is Lilac. Lilac's pretty tough. It's pretty hard stuff. So it would be equivalent to a fruit tree, an apple, a pear, something like that. They grow slow. So because of that, they're hard. Now I'm going to switch this over to my left hand and operate it. And we're going to cut this big piece here and see how it does. So you can see where it has a little bit of a hard time with that. But that is pretty close to maxed out as far as on the blade. However, it definitely has a little bit of a hard time with those bigger pieces of Lilac. So for homeowner use, I think it works pretty good. For light pruning, where you don't want to grab the loppers, or you don't have two hands to be able to use the loppers, you can reach up and use this. All in all, works pretty good. Not sure if I would recommend it over the Dewalt or the Milwaukee because I haven't been able to use theirs, but it does work as advertised. So I guess that's worth something. Okay, so that's my review on that Saker Mini chainsaw. It actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. And I'm very much a made in the United States or Germany or Sweden type of guy. And sometimes that hurts me, I guess. But really, let's be honest, when you look at your Dewalt tools, almost every one of them is made in China now too. So sometimes these off-brands, they tend to work pretty good, and other times they don't. But in this case, the little saw, it actually outperformed what I thought it would do. I made 40 or 50 cuts with it before the battery died, and that was as it was shipped. So I don't know exactly how many cuts you'd get. But using it around the house, trimming lilac bushes, we trimmed a couple other things. Cut some of the dead hemlock branches that you saw and a couple small poplar trees. So all in all, it performed well and happy with it. Again, not something that I would have bought, but now that I have it, we will definitely be using it. So that's our non-biased review on the Saker Mini chainsaw. But thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share.